This center is not looking good. This flank is not looking good. Here I was going like, oh, this should be a nice, easy battle, and I think a lot of this was friendly fire, too. Hey guys, Quicksilver Gaming here, bringing you another episode of Ultimate General American Revolution. This is episode 15 of our early access Let's Play. I figured that we would go ahead and try to win this campaign. It's June 28th of 1776. The Redcoats have landed about, I think it was like 8,800 men over at Middleborough. Quite a large force. I'm trying to consolidate my force down here too. It's taking a little while because it really seems to be quite a struggle to get your forces to move around. But if we can grab all of our forces, I think we'll have something pretty awesome to go take on the British with. Unfortunately, the brigade system definitely needs a lot of work. But we are forming our men up. Let's have Ward move over here. Sometimes I feel like units that are out of line of sight really struggle in terms of moving across the map. I think there might be some issues with them right there. So, forming up our forces, this should be an absolute monstrous battle. I feel like this would be, you know, a nice little battle to maybe end the episode with. I imagine between July and August 12th that there'll be another large invasion that the British will do, but we're in a really good position. If you want to look at the supply network really quick, so obviously they just took Middleborough. Like, that's a problem, but as I stated in my 10 tips and tricks, it's okay to let the British take some territory, and then you just form up your army and take your territory back. It's just a minor inconvenience. But if you look at my supply network, we have basically all of the continental United States that is currently in the game. The British own the seas because we haven't really done anything with our navy, and that's mainly a choice for this campaign just because the navy is a little bit buggy right now and it needs some polish, and I think the next campaign will definitely use our navy and build up a nice navy and show off how that can do. But for this campaign, nothing special with the military. We do need our forces moving down a little bit further. Of course, there's sabotage somewhere, so some extra loyalty. So the British, you know, they're just pulling out all the bells and whistles right now, and it's definitely causing some problems. But I feel like we will be able to group up in time. We'll have 3 generals, we'll have tons of forces, and I think we can smash them at Middleborough. July 2nd of 1776, we've finally formed up our army, and I'm ready to go and push on Middleborough. This will be an absolutely massive battle. You can see that we have thousands upon thousands of men. I bet we're somewhere in the 10,000 range. They're just shy of 9,000. And if you look at them, they don't have any real cavalry. The 50 cavalry you see is just the officer. So I feel like we can really crush them. We have a lot of cavalry on our end. Of course, they'll have a lot of artillery, but we have a boatload of artillery too. Some of our men are exhausted, but exhausted doesn't really seem to do anything in this game, to be honest. I really like the cavalry to move up. Always seems to be a little bit of an issue there. Grab our generals, have them forward, because I really want the skirmish or the combat engagement to kick off really fast. So, of course, it's not really doing anything. Let's see if we can move our forces a little bit further forward, and there we go. Here is the massive battle. Hopefully nobody is a reinforcement. Oh, there's a ton of reinforcements. Yeah, once again, give me an army. Don't have all these random units across the battlefield, because there should be no reinforcements here. I've set it up as an army. I want an army on the battlefield. I don't want reinforcements. So yeah, still reinforcements. So we'll just try to finagle this so that we have a proper army on the battlefield. Absolutely massive army to move out. I hope I got all the orders moving out. Ooh, even a little bit of lag. There's a large amount of reinforcements coming over here. Actually, this is a lot of lag on my end. That's rather unfortunate, but we will power through all of the lag. We need to combine a bunch of units over here, that is for sure. We need to figure out where all this artillery is going to go and how much artillery we have. I'm trying to rebuild my lines, but it's a little difficult, not going to lie. I need you guys to not run forward like you are right now. That would be absolutely great. try to figure out what is going on over here, and that would be great. So the British are moving forward. Yeah, there's a lot of lag on my end, so I apologize if this is a little choppy. I mean, this is an absolute boatload of assets on the battlefield. Ward, you're probably going to need to move that way. Arnold, maybe that way, and Quicksilver, you can go that way. I think that'll be good. So we're just trying to form up our lines. Of course, the British are sort of really charging at us hard with some skirmishers. We have the cavalry advantage in this battle, so we'll just make use of that cavalry advantage and really hit them hard. Okay, I need you guys to not run out all the way over there. Let's grab all of you guys, have you do your thing and combine up. And then what else do I have over here? Let's have you two combine up. Let's have you two combine up. Everybody needs to find a friend, and they need to combine. Okay, so yeah, they didn't charge. That's always a problem. Let's see how everything else is going. This is an absolute massive battle. I don't know what you guys are doing, but we need you to move back. This is a little bit of a mess. Not really sure what's going on over here. Those skirmishers, they need to move back. So once the British are charging skirmishers into regulars, that's a little bit crazy. Let's see if we can break maybe some of these skirmish. What are these supply wagons doing? Oh, they were my reinforcement supply wagons. So not good. Ah, man. Are we going to... Yeah, this is the problem with not having a deployment is pretty rough. So you guys need to move out over this way. See if we can grab all of you. You need to combine up. Move out. Over here is a little iffy. Where's all our cavalry? Well, cavalry's doing pretty well. Let's see if we can break off over here. Come on, supply wagons. I need you to not be in the front rank, that is for sure. Let's have you move over here. You guys probably need to move over this way. And then this is another problem of not being able to deploy correctly, is that your forces kind of... they drift a lot. Alright, charge in. And then let's try to get some semblance over here of order. Not going too well. I really... This needs to fix up too, the fact that cavalry don't maintain their charge very well. Did we lose cavalry? No. Okay, so what's going on over here? We had somebody rout for some reason. Artillery is not really deployed correctly, but that's something that we'll just have to deal with. And then let's just hope we can get our forces in position. Our artillery is not even like where it needs to be, which is rather unfortunate. So let's see what we can do here. Alright, hold. Everybody needs to hold. There's a Discord discussion going on about the hold button and like what needs to happen with it. And I highly advise you guys go check out the Discord discussion. There's a couple ones. I put out a thing based on a commenter like, why does the hold button give cover? Shouldn't it be like a firepower bonus instead of cover? One of the other discussions is that like the hold button just shouldn't be a thing. It should just be something that your units do over time anyways. You shouldn't have to push the button. One, because the AI can't push that button. So you should be able to... You shouldn't have something that the AI can't do. Which I know that AI cheats in other ways. I think I lost my little tiny group over there, but that's fine. I'm fine with that. This line, however, is one of the worst lines. Ugh, that is a terrible line. Okay, can we make a proper line over here? That would be fantastic. I don't know what's going on with this artillery. That line's terrible. Can we properly? Oh boy, they are charging in. All right. Well, we need to charge back. This is... I don't know how easy this battle is for you guys to see. I'm trying not to completely zoom across the battlefield, but it is pretty difficult, I'm not going to lie, with how many assets are on the battlefield right now. I do need my artillery to form up a lot better than what it is currently formed up as. That is an absolutely terrible line. Let's see if these skirmishers can move out over here. And then we just have one unit backing up the artillery over here. And let's see what is going on. Yeah, so they're cycle charging into over here. Let's just keep attacking them. I have no idea what is going on with this line. This is an absolute atrocity going on right here with our artillery. And then they just keep pushing up, so we'll probably need to bring more forces into that area. Probably have Benedict Arnold move up into that area. Monstrous battle. Let's see if we can crush these guys over here. I don't know, did somebody route over here or what's going on? Let's just start pressuring that flank a little bit more. Move you guys up. Let's have these skirmishers go over here. Okay, so we still have some skirmishers over there. Perfect. See what is going on in the center. It's an absolute cluster. That is for sure. Let's see if we can grab this 3 artillery and actually get it to form into this line, and then see if we can grab you guys. One of the problems, I've mentioned this before, with these large combined units that it forces upon you on the big battles, is you can't actually, it's really hard to fill your gaps. It's actually really, really hard to fill your gaps, so I'm not entirely sure what the best way to do this is. Holy moly, that is a large force incoming over there. Hopefully our artillery can hit it really quick. But that is a large force forming up over there. We need our artillery to fire grape shot into those ranks, and that would be great. Alright, over here, let's have a flank charge go with this. I might need to move my cavalry on this flank. Actually, they just need to start gobbling up skirmishers, because skirmishers are quite annoying. Alright, so we have secured the farm. That is good, I guess. I say I guess, because technically you get bonuses for holding those. It hurts, or it adds to the chance of the enemy breaking, but it seems to be very minuscule at the moment and not completely fleshed out. So I would say don't really worry about the objectives too much. They're optional. That's the best way to put it. So it looks like our cannons are doing a lot of work. Looks like the British AI, I've talked about this before. I think the AI at the beginning for the enemy is decent, but as the battle progresses, they have a real hard time regrouping. That is what I have found. Little pause in the video there as the cat attacked the desk. Well, more like she wanted to be a YouTube star, but that's not what this channel is about. This channel is about destroying the Redcoats, and then when the Redcoat campaign comes out, we will be taking the fight to the filthy Colonials. That's all in jest, guys, so don't take that too serious, but that is, you're just having a little fun, poking fun at certain things. Alright, so they are shattering. That is good. I wonder if we can move this line a little bit more. Not really sure what that artillery is doing. It flipped over. Okay, we need to charge on in. Ooh, that's a big charge. Wonder if you guys can charge on in. See what's going on over here. You all need to munch over here. And hopefully we don't fire a big giant shot of grape shot into our own men, because that would be pretty devastating over here. What about on the center over here? Looks like routing units because of our artillery. This is what I was talking about. Like, put your artillery on the front line. This is my tips and tricks for artillery itself. Of course, these guys are getting slaughtered by the Redcoats that are just shooting them in the back and, you know, not doing anything over there. Okay, that's all artillery over there, so that's good to know. How about over here? We had a unit charging, and I'm not sure what's going on. Oh boy. Did we lose any cavalry? Not yet, but we've taken some nasty casualties because of artillery. Let's see if we can regroup. And let's see if we can maybe push up this artillery just a little bit so it's in a better firing position. And then see if we can regroup this infantry over onto this flank. Okay, this artillery really, or not artillery, cavalry, really need to get you out of there. Skirmishers, move up over here. Do you think we can charge over there, I think we could. If we grab all of these skirmishers, do a flank attack over there, this artillery probably eventually needs to move forward, but might not happen anytime soon. Just need to make sure that when the British reform and attack, nothing crazy happens. I really do appreciate the change they made from Ultimate General Civil War to this, where you can actually change the camera angle. That really helps out a lot. I think that is an underappreciated thing in this campaign, or in this game, as opposed to the previous Ultimate General Civil War, where you couldn't change your camera angle, so you were stuck in some very obnoxious camera angles. We'll just definitely word it that way. It was pretty obnoxious. Alright, let's see if we can do some mass charges onto those pieces of artillery. See if we can move up over here. Grab this artillery. I think this artillery needs to move up like so. Just have them protected with troops behind so that the British don't get a little too crazy seeing artillery. Okay, over here, they did charge in, but it looks like our artillery fought them off. So that's good. Hopefully they reman the guns. I wasn't paying attention to that over here, but good to see that that happened. Over here, they've got a lot of artillery. I wonder if we can harass it over there. Over here, we need to continue pressing their artillery. So there's... that artillery seems to be really stubborn. Let's move this infantry forward because there's more artillery out there. Oh no! Okay, that's bad. They caught us with our pants down over there. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. So let's just charge in. We'll probably lose a bunch of men to friendly fire, unfortunately. Can you guys charge that artillery? That would be great. And then let's grab the cavalry. Make sure that you guys aren't doing anything stupid. And then move you all forward. Over here, they are routing, so yep, there's some friendly fire on our end. Let's just move them back. And then on the other flank, let's see what kind of damage is happening over here. I think we could charge in to that artillery with our cavalry. I think those guys could hit there. And, alright, there's the mass route. I might try to mop up some units, but actually, maybe not. Maybe they're running in very strange ways, so we'll just see what happens over here. We could maybe cut a lot of their stuff down. We kind of have a surround going on, and I wonder if the British realize that they are properly surrounded, that they'll start to surrender a little bit more. Yeah, we really do have a surround going on over here. Of course, they're charging through our lines. That's something I would like them to fix up. Like, if they don't have anywhere to charge and they have to charge through your lines, that should be a surrender. Because are they meleeing us? That's a little weird. Alright, let's see what happens over here. They can charge in over there. And then let's just fast forward. This seems to be a little bit of a mess. Like, yeah, they're getting through our lines without surrendering. I feel like if they try to move that way without surrendering, or actually, let me rephrase that. I feel like if they charge through your lines, like those guys, they're causing more damage to my guys than that's crazy. They should definitely surrender if they have to move through your lines. That's something I would definitely say. Lots of craziness going on. We'll probably fast forward through this part. Okay, that got a little tedious, so I did just end the battle. If you look at this, that was absolutely disgusting. We were pretty even on infantry. They had, what is that, 25 less guns? Can I do math? Yeah, 25 less guns, which is a big deal. They took 5,000 infantry losses. We took less than 1,000. Now, the cavalry really good at hitting the flanks, and I wasn't even that aggressive with the cavalry, but the artillery, just how we can position our artillery and the enemy can't. I would love if the developers can fix the enemy AI so they can form nice lines, move their artillery up, because a lot of times how you neutralize the enemy artillery is you kind of do what I do. You like move your army a little bit back, form a line, and the British will come to you, and then their artillery just shoots long-range cannonballs at you, and those don't do as much damage as short-range canisters. Short-range canister is just absolutely deadly. So one tip I was given after a battle is to pause your game and individually have your units charge various elements of the British as they are routing, and that should cause more mass surrenders than is normal. Oh man, some of my cavalry got really beat up. Cavalry, they definitely can can take a beating in these games, that is for sure. So let's just see if we can grab an absolute mass surrender. There we go. The Declaration of Independence outlines the colony's grievances against British tyranny, asserting that all individuals possess certain unalienable rights, including life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It declares that governments derive their powers from the consent of the governed, and that the people have the right to alter or abolish oppressive governments. So pretty cool that they add these historical events into the game on the appropriate dates. Obviously, the Declaration of Independence wasn't integrated until later, but it's famous, you know, John Hancock signing it on July 4th. It wasn't actually put into power until later, but July 4th is the recognized celebration of the Declaration of Independence, and it is Independence Day in the United States of America, where we get to shoot off fireworks. So back on the campaign map, just see if we can get the mass surrender, which looks like we did. Fraser, he's probably just going to sit on the campaign map like an idiot, unfortunately, but that's just how it goes. So let's see if we can move our forces back out. We do need to grab Middleborough, so I'd like for somebody to do that. We are grabbing all of those supplies. Oh, I saw 100s, 58s, 53s, so maybe not bad. I'm not entirely sure. Can somebody try to kill Fraser? I don't know. Officers on the campaign map seem to be almost invincible. Yep, a couple thousand men trying to kill Fraser. Generals on the campaign map. Not my favorite thing, that is for sure. Let's grab you guys, send you to Falmouth, probably. And then Hill, I need you to join the garrison there. Sproul, join the garrison over there. We need Ward, you go back up to the north. I think Fort Brink was your home. Arnold, I think Falmouth is a good place for you. And then Quicksilver will continue doing his thing. Unfortunately, that did a lot of damage to Middleborough, so we're going to have to repair up a lot of buildings. And they stole all of my ammo! I had lots of ammo here. Yeah, Fraser's not going to die. Yeah, good old generals on the map. So let's move this force over to Boston. We need you to go. Let's have you go up to Falmouth. You go to Boston over here. Oh boy, and they're stuck now. Great. Can you guys move out? Maybe if you guys go to Providence, that would be good. We don't need you at Middleborough. And then Knox. Good old Henry Knox. Where do I want you to go? Come on, guys. Actually need you to move on the campaign map as opposed to sort of sitting still and not doing anything. So the double click allows your men to go back into the garrison. Alright. See if Fraser will be shot to death. Probably not. It's a little bit of a bug. So what I'm going to do is regroup, refit, rearm, see if another invasion happens. But I really just want the campaign to end on August 12, 1776. I think I owe it to you guys to show a full campaign, not leave it at like, oh, we own most of the colonies and now it's just naval invasions. I want to fight off the naval invasions and see if we can actually win the campaign and show you a little fun Easter egg at the very end. We made it to July 20th, 1776 before King George III sent out, what is that, 7,500 men, so we're moving out to try and crush these forces. We aren't quite replenished. We're actually really struggling with manpower by quite a bit, but we'll try and do our best. Where did they land? Uh-oh. I don't know where they landed. That's interesting. I don't know where this fleet landed. I thought it was somewhere over here. And then I don't know where this fleet landed. Some intelligence we have, that's for sure. I think it's I think this fleet is... Okay, there they are. Let's go crush them. And then where is this other giant fleet? I have no idea. Nothing's taken over here yet, but let's try and cause a battle over here. That would be pretty great if we can do that. Crush these guys. Hopefully that's their entire force of 4,000 men right there. Alright, there's their other army down there. And looks like we can catch them out in the open. We'll have a couple reinforcements, that's fine. They have no cavalry. They have some large units. Well, this is actually average for them, 680 with 1 artillery in each. As you can see, some of our units really beat up. We don't have many men left to replenish our ranks, which is actually a little bit cause for concern. I did realize that Boston had like a printing press, so changed that over to a recruiting house, but you need to think about in the future maintaining the army. You need a really large, fresh supply of troops, and I have a ton of crappy militia like spread all over the north of Canada because the Canadians they're revolting, and I mean that in the way of they don't like us, so they are throwing their own revolution in Canada, and we have to have all these militia in the different towns in Canada in order to stop the towns from going back into the English hands. Anyways, let's take this battle. Should be a nice quick one. See if we can form our lineup into something that actually looks like a battle line. We have a lot of small units, so trying to combine them. Artillery, just trying to maneuver them into a nice grand battery position. Get those firing arcs going, and then wait for the British to come into us. We do have a cavalry advantage, which is really nice. And then we shall see how we can crush the British here. Trying to form up all of our men. That's always a problem. Yeah, the British, they just definitely roll on in. There's no calm on their side. Their skirmishers push up really quick, and they're super duper aggressive, which that's fine. It is what it is. Alright, so let's see if we can grab this artillery and make it a little bit better than what we originally planned. Are they really charging in with their skirmishers right away? Alright, let's charge our cavalry into that. I've found that they've just been really, really happy about charging us like crazy. This is an absolute nightmare of a brigade because it's all itty-bitty tiny regiments. It's not a brigade, it's not even tiny regiments, tiny companies. That's what we're trying to think of. Okay, artillery, I really need you to actually get into your position like I told you to. That would be really nice of you to do so. And then these guys need you to pull back just a tad, just a scoosh. Let's see if we can grab all of you guys, put you out on this flank, grab all of you guys, put you out on this flank, or not flank, into the center, grab you guys, move you forward. What is... Oh, no, what did I do with my... Oh, that's bad. I was really stupid with my cavalry. Man, I wasn't paying attention there. That's my bad. Okay, so they're charging into our flanks pretty hard. And then right up the gut, too. So let's just charge into them, make sure that they can't do anything crazy. Okay, they're routing over there. Let's see if we can get our artillery to form up. Yeah, I mentioned this. I made a Discord post about this. Like, a deployment box would be amazing. Based on their Steam post, it makes it look like they might actually have... Sorry for that pause, trying to figure out what on earth is going on over here. This is just a sprawling melee on that flank, and then more melees. Okay, so the British are just doing a lot of charging right now, which I'm not a huge fan of. It's fairly historically accurate, but I don't find it to be particularly interesting. But, you know, the British should try and do everything they can to properly win a battle, so, you know, that's fine. I don't like these mass charges, especially. I would be less opposed to them if I could actually deploy my army. It's my biggest gripe in this game is the lack of a deployment box. Deployment box would solve so many of my little gripes. And as I was saying, I think before the pause, I got a little scatterbrain there. Oh boy. This center is not looking good. This flank is not looking good. Here I was going like, oh, this should be a nice, easy battle, and I think a lot of this was friendly fire, too. I think we took... Yeah, oh man, I absolutely wrecked my own troops, I believe, with friendly fire, which was not good whatsoever. So we need to push up this artillery over here. We need you guys to form up in the center. We have some major problems going on over here. This is really weird. I was not expecting this at all. This feels really bad. And we're taking a lot of casualties because the British are really hammering in on charging. And we didn't have our line formed whatsoever. Okay, so who surrendered? Somebody surrendered, then shattered. Not entirely sure there. Let's see. Oh man, this is... Yeah, they're just chain charging over here, and because we didn't properly set up, we're really struggling because of it. So let's see if we can move up. Where'd that artillery piece go that I wanted over here? I actually need... This artillery piece is kind of in a useless position. Oh no! We're just taking a beating over here. Alright, move you guys out on the flank. What is going on? Move you guys up. This artillery piece needs to move up too. You guys, I don't know exactly what you are doing. It's an absolute mess. Yeah, this is a disaster. Okay, you guys need to move over here. I'm actually getting a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of micro, which is pretty interesting. I usually don't have this problem. Okay, I need you guys to not kill your own troops. This is one of our problems right now, and I think why we lost so much of our cavalry is because our artillery just fired into our own troops. Okay, somebody surrendered. Can I actually grab the troops that have surrendered? Doesn't look like it. So let's try and refuse this flank a little bit better. Quicksilver Gaming, you probably need to move over here. This cavalry seems like it's a little buggy. You need to move up over here. And then what is going on over here? You need to hold, you need to hold. I would like you to not... Well, maybe you could grape shot now that I think about it. I would like you guys... Oh, they're just going to chain charge. Okay. I don't appreciate chain charging, that's for sure. And by chain charging, I just mean that the enemy, like, continuously cycles their charges in, and it just becomes this big blob melee. It's not aesthetically pleasing to me, but it does make sense that the British would do it. Okay, can we get some semblance of order going over here? Can you guys just charge into the... Losing my cavalry early... And I believe I probably lost my cavalry due to friendly fire. That we had some major... Oh no, come on. We need you guys to get in there. Who keeps surrendering? I wish they didn't change the flags on the surrender and just showed the original unit that surrendered. Because it's very confusing to me. My small peanut brain can't really handle what is going on over here. Okay, so this artillery... That artillery seems to be, I don't know, it's like bugged out or something. Are you guys release crew? Oh, they just magically appeared. Okay. I mean, magically appearing is fine. Alright, what can we do over here? Let's grab you guys, push you out over here. You guys look like you're doing fine now over here. Make sure you guys are on hold order. We're rear flanked for some reason over there. This is probably really obnoxious skirmishers that break our charge order, which I'm not a fan of, but it is a feature in the game currently. Can we combine you guys? That would be great. Combine you guys. That would also be great. Okay, you guys can sit in the center. Yeah, that artillery, it's technically right there, but the symbol's over there. So that's a little janky. Let's push you guys out over here. This flank is... Yeah, I need you to charge. Like, I hope they fix that. annoying little feature where if the enemy skirmishes, you basically can't charge them. It becomes impossible to charge. All right, we need to shift you guys down. Yeah, that's a weird little glitch in the matrix. I think things have calmed down. I said this in a Discord post. Yeah, like, I spend 75% of the line forming my battle, and by the time I've formed my battle line, the battle's over. And it's a little... Yeah. I wish I would give... I don't know what I would give for a deployment box. It's kind of like, what would you do for a Klondike bar, except what would you do for a deployment box? And at this point, I would do a lot for a deployment box. It would make these battles so less chaotic. Maybe the chaos is a little bit fun. I would love if you guys actually charged. This continuous breaking of your charge order is asinine. Okay, so it looks like the enemy broke. That was brutal. I hope we didn't like absolutely lose our cavalry. I know they shattered off the battle map, but oof, that was brutal. Yeah, not great. I mean, numbers were similar. I feel like just because we were reforming our lines and they really pushed some major charges into us. Really fast, really aggressive. That was pretty good on the AI part. So after the battle, we just need everybody charging into Newport, but I do need to pay attention over here, especially because there seems to be that glitch where after a battle, everybody loses their order. We have a lot of things going off here too, so let's go check. Well, no. These are just things that I hadn't cleared. So, oh. Well, the British invaded through Canada. Okay. Well, that's a major problem. Oh boy. That one's going to be really difficult to deal with. These invasions are a little ridiculous. The developers have talked about fixing up the invasions or minimizing them because I don't think they are the proper way to... I don't think invasions are the proper way to create difficulty. They're not exactly a fun mechanic, mainly because the invasions, they happen so quick, you don't have any time to adjust to the invasions. Wow, this is actually really bad over here. Not really sure what I'm going to do about all of that. But you don't have a lot of time to react to the invasions, and you think about it like, oh gosh, just more things piling on. You think about it like, ships move really slow. really slow. Like, ships of the line, I think, they went like 4-6 knots. You look at the Battle of Trafalgar, which is... what is that, 40 years later? Something like that? And, I mean, it took hours for the British fleet to actually make its way to the French fleet. Yeah, they're just snowballing right now, so we have to move our men left and right. They're snowballing through Canada, too. So they retook Fort Johns. They're probably going, like, all the way through here. This one I'm not a big fan of. Like, where did these British come from? That's... oh gosh, yeah, we're just losing stuff left and right over there. Let's see what this massive battle is. Can we... you know, I don't really want to fight these on the battle map. I'm a little tired of fighting all of this, and I really just want to show you guys August 12th, 1776. So if we haven't blanketed, you know, the entire map, so be it. Oh, all that damage done to those cities. That is a problem, all the damage that happens, but... oh, no. Frederick has 680 redcoats coming toward him. Frederick is badly beat up. Okay, let's just do this on the campaign map. So this is something I've seen a lot of people talk about. I don't know how Digby got through us, and then Digby's going to ransack his way through the countryside. But actually, I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, this is something you can do. You don't have to fight tactical battles. You can do all of these little skirmish battles and try to win the war that way. he's going to go and take all of this stuff. So Fort Ticonderoga is gone, Burlington, Fort St. John's, Montreal. That's just, so annoying. Just, that invasion force was a little, yeah, tedious. So now they're going to go take Fort Stevens because it's a routing unit. Routing units are another thing that I see pop up in the Discord all the time. Like, they shouldn't be able to retreat and go take one of your units. A routing unit should try and find its way to the nearest friendly city, and it should have to, like, regroup at said city. So let's try to... What do I want to do here? I don't want to do a major field battle. I just kind of want to get to August 12th and get this over with. So let's see if we can charge into all of you guys, and then we'll just start, I don't know, trying to retake all of this. This is absolutely absurd over here. Nobody knows what's going on over here. We're going to have to chase down redcoats left and right. Our finances actually went a little haywire too, so that's always good. But we can always fix that up. We could go in and sell a bunch of goods, like all of these furs. We can sell all of these textiles. We can sell excess resources. These are all things I talk about in my video, the 10 tips and tricks that... Oops, I didn't mean to buy anything there. Oops, that was my fault. Okay, and more retreating units, and they're going to go take a city, so that's rather obnoxious over there. Let's have you guys go take Fort Stevens. Let's just have this big blob go take that, and then... Oh, Morgan? Oh, Morgan was us, not the enemy. That's good to know. I don't know how much we've lost, because I'm sort of at the point in the campaign where I'm a little bit tired of invasions. Like, that was, so 80, like 8,900, and then that was, I think, about 1,000. So that was like 20,000 British in less than a month. You can see where it becomes quite tedious. Oh, it's Hancock right there. Can we, like, how does he not surrender? Come on. Grab him. Kill him. And then all of that. Okay, we probably just need all of these guys to go sit in Boston for a little while. I don't know, maybe you go to Leicester, you go to Providence, you go to Providence, and all of that. Hill, Boston, Stark, Boston, Morris, Boston, Knox, Boston, and Hill, again, Boston. And then you'll go to Boston too, so we'll see how that goes. Oh gosh, I don't want to fight these battles. And then Hancock's going to go take Fort Lavelle. This is an absolute disaster of mechanics. These are things I've heard that the developers are thinking about working on all of this. I just hope they absolutely do fix all of this, because routing units should not rampage through your territory and take all of your cities. They're routing, they're shattered. They should be looking for friendly territories, and if they can't find friendly territories, they should surrender. At least that's how I view it. So we're not really playing the game right now. We're just trying to get through this and try to show you what happens when you get to the very end of the current content, because I think it's a little fun Easter egg there, as we lost more horses. Poor horses. Okay, are they gone yet? I don't know. Nick Bond, can you go over there? And then Hancock, are you taking Fort Lavelle? Oh gosh, you just took Fort Lavelle. This is disastrous because they're damaging all of the places when they take them to. I double-clicked on this. Why didn't you guys go into it? Oh boy. Alright, Quicksilver, you need to come over here. Ward, you're now Ward of Boston. Your name becomes what you do. You are a Ward of Boston. So they've taken Fort Ticonderoga, level 3 fort, Burlington, Fort St. John's, Fort Chambly. You know what? I didn't like Canada anyways. These guys were rebellious, revolting. I didn't want Canada anyways, so you British, you get to keep Canada. I mean, this is New York, I think, right? Montreal's definitely Canada, so. We didn't want Montreal, those French Canadians, those Montreal Canucks. Is that their hockey team? Isn't it like incredibly redundant? Montreal. Or is it the Montreal Canadiens? I don't know. Somebody's going to slaughter me in the comments for that one. But I don't care. I just want to hit August 12th for you guys. So I'll probably just do a bunch of this, and I won't torture you guys with this ridiculous concept that's going on. I should probably brigade up my troops, but I don't want to. But we're going to... Oh man, I don't want to fight a battle. But I think this is probably a battle that I should fight. I'm not entirely sure. I think we can skirmish this. Let's just have everybody go attack. What's it looking like? Yeah, we should be able to win that. Okay, guys, it is August 11th, 1776, so we're just about to hit the end of the campaign. The British still own Fort Ticonderoga, Fort Frederick, Burlington, Fort St. John's, Fort St. Chambly, and Montreal, so a good portion of New York, and then the French-Canadian area. We'll let them keep French Canada perfectly fine. In this part of New York, you know what? Didn't like it anyways. Fort Ticonderoga historically was an absolute dump. Changed hands, and it definitely wasn't a level 3 fort, but, you know, for gameplay's sake, I understand what they're doing. So I'm going to pause this real quick and just show off a few things. So supply network, we would have painted the entire map green. We've painted the entire map green multiple times in this campaign. We have fended off, I don't know, 100,000 redcoats from invading this small little part of the colonies in less than a year. Or I think it's over a year, actually, because I think it's, is it April in 1775 that the campaign starts? I think it's April. But we'll concede this part of the colonies to the English. They can keep it. Those invasions are absolutely brutal, and I just want to talk to you guys about the invasions. The devs are working on fixing up the invasions. Here we go. We have made it. August 12th, 1776. In development! 4 generals staring at a computer. Looks just like me. Looks also just like my 10 tips and tricks. I'll put a link to that movie probably in a card showing about right here, if you see it. Somewhere in the corner, top right-hand corner. You are a very successful general, and were able to reach the end of the game content. Despite all the errors, plenty of those, balance problems, definitely tons of those, we appreciate your efforts and talents, and especially your persistence. The next part of the game is still in development. On December 8th, the devs did talk about their current plans, and I'll just briefly go over that and read it off to you. Per Sterner in the official Discord, there is no patch this week, which was December 8th. We make every effort to do the following. 1. Rework of ship storage. Used ships can now be sold separately, so obviously something that they are working on for the future. 2. Further rebalancing of difficulty. An issue occurs where there's a huge invasion above 8k. We have found the source of the issue and fixed it. In addition, invasions will occur with less frequency. I think 3 of the last 4 invasions were like 7,300, 8,900, and I think this last one was 3,400 man armies, except one of them was 4,000. So I think that was well over 10,000 troops that invaded from, looked like French Canada, and then some of them went south through, what was that, Connecticut, and then some came up into Salem. So, number 3, next stages of the USA campaign. So that's super exciting. It'd be cool to be able to play another year. Obviously, the content will probably be limited as they'll be working on the entire content of that year, and I bet there'll be things that they're missing from it. But any new content is always greatly appreciated. Number 4, AI improvements for the global map and tactical battles. Desperately needed. Desperately needed. I would love to see the British form beautiful lines in combat. I would love to see the British move their artillery forward. I feel like the British do a decent job of attacking certain points on the battlefield, but once they're repulsed, they do a terrible job of regrouping and then reforming their line and attacking points, concentrated points with their forces. they really like disperse once that initial attack is kind of pushed back. 5, memory and performance optimization. In that first big battle, I did have some lag, and that is absolutely incredible. My computer is very high-end. I have a 4080 graphics card, I have top-of-the-line, basically everything else that you can think of. If you guys are ever interested in my specs, I could probably list them in like Discord or something like that, but I don't have the highest computer you could get, but it's pretty darn close. I mean, 4080 instead of the 4090, and everything else is basically the highest you can grab. But for smaller, or for people with lower tier machines, optimization is always good for them, especially memory and performance optimization. And it's great when the game can reach more people, because not everybody has a supercomputer. That's definitely recognized. I only recently obtained my computer, and that was because I wanted to play games that, you know, push the limits, and I like playing on ultra settings all the time. And last but not least, number 6, custom naval battles. That'll be super exciting because you can test the limits of the naval mechanics in this game. I've been testing skirmish mechanics a lot, especially fort battles, and I've learned a few bugs and submitted them to the developers. Like, you can't move cannons within a fort and reman the ramparts. They just don't reman it, and then they can't fire out of the fort unless they're a mortar. But just thought I would go over things that will probably be coming in the future. So that's it for this campaign. I can't stress enough, I appreciate you guys so much. You guys have been so amazing during this campaign. My channel has grown so fast because of this campaign. You guys are awesome. I love all of my commenters, all of my like smashers, all of my subscribers. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. You guys keep me making this content. Every time you guys comment, every time I see a new subscriber, every time you guys join my Discord, every time I see a like, it really boosts my confidence and makes me motivated to put out more content for you guys. I really enjoy engaging with you guys, and I love some of you don't get my sense of humor, and I totally understand that. Like, I won't even say half of what I say, like 95% of what I say is terrible, dry humor and a joke. So a lot of times you guys think I'm being serious, and I'm kind of just a big giant goofball at heart. So that's it for this campaign. Check out all of my other videos. If you haven't seen the entire playlist, there'll be a link to the playlist for this campaign in the description below. Please like, comment, subscribe, all of that YouTube jazz. Gets my video out to the masses and really helps my videos grow and helps the channel grow. So as always, guys, until next time.